Hello, hello. My name is Justine Powell, and I am going to spend a few minutes with you today on showing how to highlight and contour. I've had a lot of people ask me for some pointers. So I'm going to be working out of my mini double-decker. If you haven't heard about Maskcara beauty products, then you are in for a huge treat. It has completely simplified my life. And the makeup is so beautiful. This is my entire makeup bag right here. So this is a mini double-decker, and on the top here I have all of my highlights. So I use, this is amber, this is my base highlight, and then I go back in with a second color and for lightening and brightening around my eyes. And then I have a contour. And one of the things that I love most about this, you can see that this is well used. I've had this contour for almost a year now, so that goes to show you how well it lasts. You may go through it a little bit faster than that, but the beauty of this is you just pop it out. It's magnetic, and then I replace this. Each one of these are only $14, so you don't have to replace your entire palette. And then when you put your new one in, you just pop it in and you're good to go. So you'll see that I'm going to be replacing my blush here in just a little bit as well. Then on the other side are all of the eyeshadows and powders. You want to make sure that you don't mix your powders and your creams together. Okay, that's really important. Powders and creams don't get along, so they each have to have their own level. I am going to be talking a little bit more about the compacts later on and doing a whole video about those. So I don't want to take up too much time on that right now. The main purpose of this video is to actually teach how to do the highlights and contours. There's a few of you that have been wondering about that have had a hard time getting it just right. So the biggest problem that I have seen is you either use too much product, we might have the color off a little bit and we need to exchange that, or you're not blending enough. So right now I'm going in, this is my 30-second hack brush. You don't need a lot, so there's not much on there. And then you just go over, put a little bit. So I like to do that just to make sure that I don't have too much on there. I had kind of a little piece of it that came off, so I wanted to make sure that I got that distributed. So then you just kind of come through and blend it out. Now this is buildable, so by going really light to begin with is best, and then if you need to add a little bit more, then you could certainly do that. So you can see already how it's kind of starting to even out. So I've got a little bit of redness right here, so I'm just going to dip this in and just use a little bit more, not a lot, and I'm going to come through here and just kind of apply a super thin layer. Okay, and then that just takes that redness right away. Okay, and same thing on this side. I've got a little bit of redness, a little bit of freckling there, and while I don't like to completely cover my freckles, I do want to even out my skin a little bit. So my highlight lasts me for months. So I use it nearly every day. If you're really going through this, then you are probably using a little bit too much. And so like I said, that's majority of the people that are struggling with this go in using too much. Just the smallest amount, I promise, that's all you need. All right, so now I'm gonna go through with my detail hack. So I take this smaller side and I'm going right here with my June. This is June. And so I really love June for counteracting darkness, blemishes, takes the redness out. If you have a lot of redness, you might want to go, or like a lot of redness and blemishes, Sunlit is really good for covering that. So I do this V right here and then kind of take it underneath the eye. Then I may dip it again. I take the excess off here, then I go right up here, and this neutralizes any redness or any darkness that you have around the eye, and it kind of acts as a primer for your eyeshadows. So now I'm just going to come to this other side. So you just make this V. And that makes sure you get everything under there. And then you come around right onto the eyelid. And again, that acts as that primer and neutralizes. The thing about this makeup that is so phenomenal is it looks gorgeous on teenagers, if you're 20 or if you're 80. So there is something for everyone in this. I'm also going to take this lighter color and just go right down the nose. And then anywhere else, you just want a little bit of lightening or brightening, whatever you want. You can take it down here. I'm going to be showing you how to cover some dark spots or blemishes in here in just a second. So then I love this side of the detail hack. Hack is highlight and contour. So it's just so nice and soft. You don't want to push, but you just kind of take it right underneath there. It's perfect for blending out, for just combining, making sure it's not settling in any lines or wrinkles. So it's just awesome. I happen to be in my 50s. I'm a grandma, so I know all about those lines and wrinkles. So definitely don't want anything settling into those. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my 30-second hack into this flatter end of that. This is olive. I'm using olive right now. And you just kind of load your brush up. So you're going to come right here, right where you have a bone, kind of towards your ear, and then you're going to push up. Everybody has a cheekbone. So I've had some people say, I don't have a cheekbone, but I promise you do. So you come up right here and you push it, and then this bone kind of circles here. You don't want to come into this area, but you just kind of just push up right up against that and just kind of blend it out. So it just creates a little bit of a contour, a little bit of shadowing there, and just really defines the face. So see how this side's more flat? This side, it just kind of follows that bone, okay? And it gives me all of a sudden I have a cheekbone. Then on this side, same thing. You just kind of push that up. And then blend. Blending is the secret of making this beautiful and really work, all right? And so then you come down your nose. Depending on how you want to define your nose, my nose is a little more slender, so I don't like to do a lot, but I do like to shadow it. So you're gonna come right here, following that brow, and you see kind of a little line there. So that's a really good rule of thumb, just going right through there. And then I like to kind of connect it in a little bit. And then again, just kind of make sure that I've got everything all blended out. All right, so now coming up right on that hairline. So the point of the contour is it creates shadow where shadow would normally be. So that just kind of outlines the face. All right, and so now get a little bit more, and I'm coming right underneath here. You don't want a ton because you don't want like a dark line there. And if you have a little fuller area here, you're just going to take that really nice and just stipple it and make sure you're blending it all down. So you're just kind of creating some of that shadowing, kind of that definition towards that jawline, okay? So, and then you pull it out here, although there's not much color when you come here. It's back here, and then you just bring it out. And then that kind of creates that nice, beautiful dimension. So, okay. So that's all there is to it with the contouring. You're gonna go back here, and I'm gonna go in with blush. You can do blush at the end. I like to do it now. I like to use two colors. You don't have to use two colors. I love this nude. It's just kind of a really nice neutral, And I love to put it right on top. So, or I guess just above, not on top of your contour, just above it. And you bring it out here. So, and sometimes if I just want a really pretty neutral look, I'll just do the nude. But where we're coming into spring, I love this pink grapefruit. I'm kind of a pink girl anyway, but we have lots of colors. So whatever catches your eye, different seasons, our blushes are just incredible, and a little bit goes a long way. So I just tap that. So then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna smile, get those little apples, and just kind of lightly go over that and blend that in. So then it kind of gives me just a really pretty dimension, but it's amazing how much sparkle a good blush puts into your eyes. It just kind of livens up your face, makes it come alive. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my powder. This is a powder brush. It's a little different than most powder brushes that you may have seen before. Our powder is so finely milled, you need to be careful what brush you use. This one's perfect for it. All of our brushes are made specifically for our product, and you just tap that on there, and then you start to set in the highlight. Makes it last all day. I go through my powder the fastest. My powder, I'd say maybe 3 months or so. You may go through it a little bit more. You may not go through it quite as fast, but I feel like setting it with powder is the difference maker. So this side of the brush is perfect for coming right underneath those eyes, coming anywhere around the eyes. And then I like to just go over the lid and set that highlight as well, because it just absorbs any oils that you might have, and it really makes that eyeshadow last. Okay, and now the other side of this B-square brush, we use this for our blush. Then I take this and go into the bronzer and I set all the contour. We are coming out with a cream bronzer that is amazing. There's a fun Mother's Day special coming up. I'll be posting about that includes that cream bronzer. It's gorgeous. All right, so now I told you that I would kind of show about blemishes. So I have a dark spot right here. I'm actually kind of wondering if it's more than a dark spot because it's kind of growing, but anyway. So I'm going to come right through here, and this is the multitasker. Okay, it has a small area and then this fatter area, but just kind of come over. So this would work if you have a blemish, if you have dark spots, if you have scarring, anything that you might want to be covering up a little bit. So just coming in, I came in with my amber, okay, my main color that I had for my base. If you have a lot of redness or something like that in a blemish, then you might want to go more with your lighter color and then go this one over top of it. So just kind of play with that. I find it works great with my amber though, so that's what I choose to do. And then with this bigger side, tap that powder, go over it, and it has completely disappeared. So perfect. So if a blemish or something is being a little bit stubborn when you're applying your main makeup and going over it a little bit doesn't help that, then this is a great way to go in. So I just happen to have another little dark spot on the other side. So I'll show you one more time. So it's right down there. I don't know why I get them on my jaw, but anyway, so there we go, completely covered. And now I'm just gonna set that with the powder. And it's gone, completely disappeared. All right, so at the very end, And so then after I get all of that done, then here's the perfector sponge. So I'm going to go over, and as what this does is it takes off any excess that you might have. It melts it into your skin. You want to get this slightly damp and then wring it out, and then I wrap it in a towel and just kind of get all the excess out. So these perfector sponges are amazing. If you've tried other kinds, they're either ones that are similar to this are very expensive, or if you've tried the inexpensive ones at the drugstore, then you've probably noticed that they're pretty dense and they just don't work the same. This is pretty squishy. It's only $13. It's an amazing deal, and it lasts a very long time. Okay, so just got that all blended in. And then I like to go in at the very end. I mean, all of this is optional, of course, but I like to go in at the very end and just kind of touch up, get any kind of shine or whatever I've got going on. Okay. All right, so that is my foundation, and my foundation is done, which included the highlighting and the contouring. I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of lips. I'm not going to do my eyes right now because I'm going to be doing another video. I'll be doing that live on Facebook, and if you want to find me there, then it's Mama.Justine, so that's MAMA.JUSTINE. You can find me there on Instagram or on Facebook, or if you want to go right into the website, then it's Maskcara Mama. So it's MASCARAMAMA.mascarabeauty.com. So lots of beautiful products there. You can always send me a message if you'd like to be color matched to find out exactly what color would work for you. I would love to help you and to give you any suggestions. And then also, one other thing I wanted to mention is this day spray. And so this has SPF in it. You have two choices. One has SPF in it, and then the other one doesn't. But this is a great way at the very end just to kind of spray. I'm not a big fan of things spraying in my face, I'll just tell you right there. But you spray that and kind of let that set in. And this is your SPF, so then you're good to go. So important for any time of the year, but especially as we're coming into spring and summer. You want to make sure that you are protecting your skin so you don't get all these little dark spots and wrinkles. This is coming in the Mother's Day special as well that I will be posting. So some really fun, exciting things going on. So anyway, something to try. Stay Spray is awesome. I like to line my lips. This happens to be Intense Cosmo by Clinique. You can use whatever liner you like. And so just kind of go through. I feel like lining makes it last longer. So, and then again, I'm gonna go in the same blush colors. These happen to be your lips as well. We have a couple that have a little more gloss, if you can see that shine. Desert Sunset is one, that's what this one is, just a beautiful neutral color. There's also Black Cherry, which is a little deeper color, and it is just gorgeous. And then there's also one called Petal that's just a really light baby pink. It's really pretty. Actually, I have them right here. So this one is Petal. And then this one is Black Cherry. And so they are great for just kind of going on. Can you see that? It's just a really, really pretty color. It's just a standalone, in my opinion. And then they can go over top of these other colors, or they can be by themselves. Oh, and one other thing. Well, I'll do this first and then not get too off. So I'm going to go in with this nude. And I'm going to go right up here and kind of head it on. I like to just use my finger, but you can use whatever you want. And then I'm going in with this, pink grapefruit that I did on my cheeks. And just kind of put that on. I love the combination of this nude and pink grapefruit. And then I like to go over with this gloss. And it just gives it a little bit of a sheen. So all of these can be used as blushes as well as lips. And then they'll just kind of settle in. And then with that liner on, they last me a long time. So I don't really reapply. I have a lip gloss that I just carry in my purse that halfway through the day I might just put a little bit on to kind of liven it back up. But they last me really well. Okay, so then last thing that I wanted to show you is the illuminator. There's 3 different colors. The only one I have right here with me is pearl, but the illuminators are really fun as well. Make sure I got all that lip off of my finger, but there's one that's honey and then there's one that's rose gold. They're gorgeous, but you just tap it and then you just kind of come up right through here. And it just kind of adds some life to your skin. So I don't know if you can see that. It just kind of catches the light a little bit different. Just gives you kind of that healthy glow. Put that there. Some people like to put it through here. Some people like to put it up here. Some people even like to put it here or right here. You can even go over your lips a little bit with it just to kind of add a little bit of sheen. So that's how you use the illuminator. Alrighty, so please let me know if you have any questions at all. I'd love to answer them. I'd love to work with you however I can. Send me that picture if you'd like to be color matched. This really is the most amazing makeup I've used. These brushes, I just can't talk enough about the brushes. There's an amazing deal. If your budget allows you to buy the whole set, you actually save $40 with this. So the brush set is $166. That gives you 7 double-sided brushes. And then there's a brush cleaner that's just amazing. You will want to clean your brushes every couple of days, especially using a cream. You don't want it to harbor bacteria. And the way you do that, I just have like a paper towel or a cloth, like a washcloth, and you just kind of just spray that right there. And then you just kind of go over that, and it's really amazing at how much product that takes out of there. So just nice and gentle. This brush cleaner conditions, it disinfects, it cleans, and it's gonna do wonders for your brushes in their long life, keeping them healthy for a long time. Okay, and then the same thing with this Perfector sponge. You're just gonna spritz that, and then I just rinse it off underneath the sink. Alrighty, so I wanted to just quickly tell you, this is the double decker. When you buy 10 items, you get this for free. It will not completely fill up your compact. I personally feel like this is the best deal because it gives you room to grow. And so if you want to add another blush or if you want to add another eyeshadow at some point, then you've got some room in your compact. There's also this bigger one, the double decker. When you buy 16, then you just have a little bit more space with that. You can see my overflow. So, and then there's some other compacts too. There's one, a quad, and there's a hack stack. So I'll be doing a video talking specifically about the compacts, but feel free to contact me. Again, you can find me on Facebook at Mama.Justine or on Instagram, same name. And you guys have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.